Oh, big time loss. Big time loss for the Utah Jazz. It was definitely CJ and Dame time tonight. My goodness. Let's do it right. What am I doing? It was Dame time tonight, and CJ McCollum never misses a shot in his career night. Utah Jazz postgame show on the Hoopsner channel. This is why I just don't want to play the Blazers in the playoffs. CJ and Dame have the ability to just go off like this. That's why it was surprising in the playoffs when the Blazers lost to the Pelicans. And part of that is just because of how good Drew Holiday is. But, there's so many times where you watch Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum just like explode, just destroy the other team. And that's what they did tonight. We'll talk about the Jazz in a little bit, but really first things first is just give credit to the Blazers. Their whole team was hitting shots tonight. Myers Leonard, who, has the most punchable face in the NBA, was just hitting shots like crazy, getting set up by Dame and CJ, who just create incredible gravity for their whole team. They are just a dynamic offensive backcourt that can just do this sometimes. I don't think like every single game CJ is going to shoot 100%, from the field, or 140% somehow. But they can do this. This is not that surprising. They are super talented. Damian Lillard is an all-star MVP caliber player. CJ McCollum is a great offensive player. It's just it's what happens. And then they've surrounded them with shooters. Nurkic didn't play tonight, so I thought the Jazz would have an advantage, and I was wrong. that was not the case. As for the Jazz, there's some things to talk about, I guess. Rudy Gobert looked like Rudy Gobert for the most part, but tonight it was tough because Myers Leonard was just hitting threes like crazy. So that pulls Rudy Gobert out of the paint. I wrote about this on SLC Dunk. Like, if the big isn't hitting shots, then the Jazz are in a huge advantage. Like when the Jazz play a stretch five, it means the other team's five has to hit shots because Rudy forces them to take them. He kind of halfway guards them and gauges how well they do. And then if they do well, then he forces them to the rim. With the Blazers, Myers Leonard hit every single shot, it felt like. Tonight, Leonard was 4 for 5 from 3. That's killer. 80% from 3. Ugh. And then, the rest of the team, just the Blazers tonight, let's see, what did they shoot overall? 50% from 3. That's a big time number for them, and they took a lot of them. So shout out to the Blazers. But also, Donovan Mitchell had a big time night. He was playing really well. Quietly just had a really nice game. Tonight he was a minus 28. That's why sometimes plus minus is like, minus 28 for Donovan and minus 5 for Rubio tells you everything you need to know about plus minus sometimes, because Rubio was awful tonight. And I know a lot of you guys are big Rubio fans, and I don't want to lay on him, but my goodness, he got pulled by Quinn twice tonight. Like, it was so bad. He put in Grayson. It was bad. Ricky's better than that, and I don't know why sometimes he has games like this. Sometimes his decision-making for such a veteran is just so mind-boggling. But in the first half, he was just not running the offense. I mean, and Quinn pulled him after that third shot where he went down 4 or 5 seconds left in the clock and just took a 3, and it which goes the other way for the Blazers. They score. You have an open Yang right next to him. What? Like, Ricky Rubio runs the offense, but when he's doing stuff like that and not running the offense, what is he bringing? Gotta hang. What's that? And then in the second half, he's just turning the ball over. The Jazz in the third quarter get within 10, and he gets 2 or 3 just killer turnovers. And it wasn't just Rubio. Jay Crowder had 2 or 3 offensive fouls that were just awful. The Jazz don't win this game regardless, but those things are disappointing. What is this on my hat? You don't get to see my head. That's what kind of night it was. But anyways, just Ricky did not have good nights. Favors got played off the floor. That was one quiet thing that happened, that Favors played. He played okay, but he just couldn't stay on the floor with Aminu. He just couldn't. It was rough. Rough night for the Jazz. Not a lot to take, although I am here for the Grayson Allen firecracker in a bucket minutes. You put Grayson Allen in, there is no telling what's going to happen, but it will be entertaining. And you know what else, guys? This show will hopefully be entertaining the rest of the season. Like and subscribe. We will talk to you later. You can tell me all the hate you want in the comments about Rubio. I am ready to read all of it. Talk to you later.